alpine lakes all in one trail? Of course you do. And if so, I have a trail for you in Colorado that you must visit. This is the Mohawk Lakes Trail up by Breckenridge, Colorado. It's an 8-ish mile round trip out and back hike, and it's super stunning. Hey guys, if you don't know me, I'm Audrey. On trail I'm known as Glowstick. In 2018, I quit my amazing job in Washington, D.C., thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine, and then I moved to the greatest state that there is, Colorado. And now I spend all my time hiking and backpacking when I'm not at work, of course. And I love sharing my hikes and backpacking trips and adventures with you guys. So make sure you subscribe if you're into that. If you want to know more about Colorado hikes or the Appalachian Trail, any of that stuff, make sure you subscribe. I have to apologize for my eyes today. They're so puffy. My allergies are acting up so bad. I could barely keep my eyes open on the 2-hour drive to the trailhead this morning. I was chugging coffee like it was my job, but I made it. I'm here, and this trail's worth it. The one downside is that the beginning of this trail is closed for construction or maintenance right now. There are trail workers out there, so you have to take a 4-wheel drive trail for the first couple of miles, which is not ideal, but honestly the rest of the trail is so beautiful. It definitely makes up for it. I've seen a lot of big groups out here today. It's a Thursday. I got here at 9:45 a.m. and already the parking lot was full. There were cars parked along the road, and I've seen a ton of big groups with kids, lots of families. That makes sense because it's near Breckenridge, and Breckenridge is a really touristy, family destination. So it definitely makes sense that a lot of families would be out here on vacation. So they're going to this trail because it's close by and it's supposed to be one of the most beautiful ones in the area. But just be aware of that. Even on a Thursday, it's a pretty busy trail. So I would think on the weekends it would be intensely busy. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you guys the trail and tell you a little bit about it. So, hey, let's get into it. Let's go for a hike. So this trail starts at the Spruce Creek Trailhead, which, as I mentioned, is outside of Breckenridge, Colorado. Be forewarned, this is a higher elevation hike. It starts above 10,000 feet and goes to above 12,000 feet. So if elevation bothers you, just be forewarned that you might have a little bit of trouble breathing on this hike. So while I was there on July 8th, like I said, the Spruce Creek Trail for the first couple of miles was actually closed for maintenance. So I had to walk up this 4-wheel drive road, and it was kind of irritating because these 4-wheel drive vehicles like Jeeps and big trucks and whatnot would drive by. And I personally don't want cars and vehicles driving by me when I'm trying to hike. So I can't say that I would really recommend doing this trail until the maintenance is finished, but they did not give a specific date of when that would be. It just said the trail would be open again at a later date. According to All Trails, this trail is 8.4 miles round trip, but you have a lot of options on this trail of little offshoots that you can go to. So my hike actually ended up being more than 10 miles long. For example, you can go off to a couple of different outlooks to see waterfalls. You can stop at Mayflower Lake before going up to the Mohawk Lakes, which I did. I actually had Mayflower Lake to myself, and then I had Upper Mohawk Lake to myself as well, which is the deepest and bluest of the lakes. But there is a trail once you get to Upper Mohawk Lake where you actually can continue on hiking, and I would highly recommend doing that because there are more small lakes up above, and they're above tree line. It's so beautiful up there. The scenery is just to die for, and I only saw maybe 4 other people once I got past that lake. It seems like the vast majority of the people that do this hike just go to Lower Mohawk Lake and then they stop there. They don't continue on. So if you continue on past that lake, there's a good chance that you will be away from all of the crowds that you might have seen earlier on the trail. This trail was more strenuous than I had anticipated based on the about 2,000 feet of elevation gain, but I would say that a good majority of that elevation gain comes between the jump off to Mayflower Lake and the path up to Lower Mohawk Lake, it's only like a half mile, but it's a quite steep trail. So I had to stop a couple of times and catch my breath. And when I was coming back down the trail, I saw several other people doing the same thing. I'll be honest, I was disappointed in the first couple of miles of this hike, like having to walk on the 4-wheel drive road and just there being so many people on the trail, even on a Thursday morning. So I personally would not do this trail on a weekend just because I think it would be too crazy busy. But I would say the second, few miles, once I got past the 4-wheel drive road, once I passed Lower Mohawk Lake, the crowds cleared out and it was just so stunning, and it made the whole thing worth it, and it made me so happy that I gave this hike a try. So I can't stress enough that, first of all, you should go on a weekday. Second of all, you should go past Upper Mohawk Lake because that is where the real treasure of the trail is. I got lucky. I didn't know that there were more lakes up there or great scenery, but I talked to this couple on their way down and asked them what they had been doing up there. And they told me like, oh, you got to go up there and see it. There's more lakes. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So shout out to that couple who told me to continue on the trail because they really just made my day and made my hike. And I hope I can do the same for you guys by telling you that you need to go past Upper Mohawk Lake. Let me know if you've hiked this trail before, or if you do end up hiking this trail perhaps when you're visiting Colorado or up in the Breckenridge area. Don't forget to subscribe for more hiking, backpacking, AT, and Colorado content. And I'll talk to you guys later. Happy hiking!